Let's talk about the 3 reasons why complacency is not an option for the workplace. And now it's time for a little straight talk. I'm asking you to change the status quo. And changing the status quo is always a challenge. Implementing the 12 essential strategies for creating a great place to work is hard work. Taking action is not going to be as easy as doing nothing. And taking action will demand that you overcome the strong temptation of continuing to run your organization in the way that is most familiar to you. We may convince ourselves that following the path of least resistance in our workplace will at least get us something closer to the results we have gotten used to receiving, or that launching a revolution in the workplace is something optional, something we can do later on, if we feel like it, that is, if things calm down and we aren't quite as busy. The truth, however, is more sobering and less accommodating. The truth is that we have no choice. Complacency in the coming years will lead to casual lapse of failure. Continuing to do what is familiar will cost us time, resources, and people, and most important, customers that we simply can't afford to lose in the current environment. Launching a great workplace revolution is a strategic imperative. There are 3 big reasons that implementing the 12 great workplace essential strategies is not something you can put off until tomorrow. These aren't the only reasons, of course, but they are the ones that I predict you'll find hardest to forget. The first, your most creative employees are going to notice if you don't launch a revolution. You will train them, get them ready for great things, and then watch as they walk out the door as they go to do these things for someone else. The second, your competition is going to notice if you don't launch a revolution. These may be competitors you know about, or they may be operating in some far-flung location you've never even heard of. Regardless, they will take advantage directly or indirectly of talent leaving your organization and will create or adapt products and services that cut into your market and make it harder for you to stay in business. And the third, your customers are going to notice it if you don't launch a revolution. One of the things you will notice in the case studies I share with you is a simple, predictable, and power formula. Customers establish long-term relationships with companies whose employees have long-term commitment to mission. The converse, however, is also true. Companies whose most creative employees do not have an enduring commitment to the organization will have a harder time holding on to the customers. The customer is not number one. Let me say that again. The customer is not number one. In the words of Shep Hyken, author of The Amazement Revolution, the employee must be number one. If you implement this counterintuitive principle, only then will the deliverable be superior customer service to the customer by your empowered employees. If any one of these reasons gives you pause, and all 3 should, then you are ready to make the commitment to take action today, to implement the 12 great essential workplace strategies. I hope you've enjoyed our conversation today. You can follow us on our blog at www.thegreatworkplacerevolution.com, also on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and you can also download a free executive summary of the Great Workplace Revolution. And remember to join the Great Workplace Revolution, the revolution where everybody wins.